Today, the vice president made a stop to announce big rules regarding internet access here in South Carolina. Governor McMaster and Congressman Clyburn gave a preview to that announcement last week, but she visited today Benedict College to talk about the impact here in our state.
And Judy, following Vice President Harris's visit today, I spoke to her exclusively about a range of topics, including the 2024 White House run, South Carolina becoming the first state to vote in the Democratic primary, and the administration helping to fund and aid the Ukraine war. Here's what she had to say.
Thank you to the people of South Carolina, because this is a state that has such a rich history.
Monday marks Vice President Kamala Harris's first visit to South Carolina, as the Palmetto State is now the first to vote in the 2024 Democratic presidential primary. This is a move the Democratic Party says is meant to empower Black and minority voters, as well as gain momentum in the South. During an exclusive interview with Vice President Harris, I asked about the strategy to win over voters on both sides of the aisle, as South Carolina hasn't backed a Democratic presidential candidate since 1976.
Folks who have everything at stake because of the condition and the needs of their family understand that they want to elect, and in this case re-elect, leaders who will actually get things done. They're not thinking about it through the lens of being a Democrat or Republican.
Harris's visit also comes as President Joe Biden has yet to officially announce he's seeking re-election, as questions continue to rise if the 80-year-old is too old to continue serving as president.
Does President Joe Biden plan to seek re-election, and if so, would you run again as his running mate?
As the president has said many times, he intends to run for re-election, and I will be running with him if he does.
Any timeline on an official announcement?
Nothing to report today.
Okay. And what's your response to Americans who may feel as if the president is too old to seek re-election?
You know, I think what the American people want is a leader in their president who is bold, who puts first and foremost in their mind American families. And when you look at what our administration has done in just 2 short years, we have been responsive to the needs of the people in a way that is about bringing down and lowering costs.
Within the last month, on the Republican front, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley and former President Donald Trump have launched their presidential campaigns in South Carolina. During a visit to South Carolina last month, Trump continued to repeat claims that the 2020 election was stolen from him.
I think that we need to support leadership like what we have seen on the ground in South Carolina, who understand the importance of upholding the integrity of our election systems.
The vice president also speaking on the war in Ukraine just 1 week after her visit to Munich, Germany for a security conference with world leaders. Friday marked the 1-year anniversary of Russia's invasion into the country. So far, the Biden administration has spent more than $70 billion in aid to assist Ukraine, a price that comes with debate. I asked her response to Americans who questioned the Biden administration's financial strategy to win the war.
And it really boils down to this. One, the moral interest we have. The reports and the evidence tell us about awful things that are happening there in terms of a report of a child as young as 4 years old being sexually abused by a Russian soldier. And I could go on and on, things that probably we don't want to talk about during family time on your news station. Horrible, outrageous conduct.
Harris also touting achievements from the Biden administration as far as a bipartisan infrastructure law where billions of dollars will go toward upgrading roads and bridges across the nation, and today's announcement of $175 million being spent to improve high-speed internet services at HBCUs, including Benedict College.
The graduates of HBCUs are community leaders, they are national leaders, they're global leaders. And so being here is to uplift and to honor the legacy.
And you can catch the full interview with Vice President Kamala Harris on our website, WISTV.com. We're going to take a quick break. Much more news when we return.